What's the crack, Fraudlings? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about CrackCon 2016, which was the weekend just passed. It's the third year of the Irish YouTube convention, and yeah, I finally went to one, so I got a bit of footage from some of the panels. I'll just throw that in. Could be a little bit shaky, but hopefully it's good enough. But first, I want to just say thank you for subscribing to this channel, because it just broke 500 subscribers. Yeah. And I just want to thank everyone for, all the views, the comments, the likes, the shares, and just for being part of the community I'm trying to build with this channel. Like, there's a lot of you get onto me on Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, and it's nice to be able to chat to people on those different medias that outside of me, because this is kind of not so much, I suppose, impersonal. It's just me talking to the camera, and then you interact in the comments. But when I'm talking on Periscope, it's live. Snapchat, and it's like actually having conversations with people as well, so that's all cool. And so yeah, just thank you very much for being a part of it. And next goal is 1,000, which hopefully I can hit by the end of the year, and I'll have a 500 subscriber special video coming this week, if not Monday morning. So right, we'll straight into it. CrackCon 2016, it was a massive success this year, and I just have to say props to Ronan and Joey for organising it. All the volunteers did a fucking class job. James Mitchell for MCing / presenting the whole thing. Everyone on the panels, there was some UK YouTubers as well. Laura Bubble, Rowley. There was a Newtubers panel with like members of the crowd coming up, hosted by Claire. Aaron Fleming for playing, sick performances, lad. He played throughout the day, I think it was 2 or 3 times. And to everyone who bought a ticket and showed up, just well done. Pat yourself on the back, have a sip of tea, because you're the ones helping to. Obviously, it can be, as I said, props to everyone who organised and volunteered and stuff. But you're the ones who who are making up the numbers, who are actively being a part of this Irish YouTube community. The Irish YouTube scene is making massive strides the past few years, and hopefully it continues to do so. And long may it, Right, so I'll click on the first panel I was part of. The first panel I went to see was hosted by Simeon Quarry, with help from the Canon guy, and even some volunteers from the crowd who came up for different parts of it as well. So, unfortunately, I actually have no footage. But if you check out the CrackCon playlist, there should be plenty of footage from it live. See a lot of people there with their full camera setups. I just got a couple of clips with the phone, I don't think I'll ever. It'll take me a while to get to that point where I'll be comfortable holding a big, massive camera set up in my hand and just vlogging in public. But hopefully I'll get to that point. But yeah, like I said, there'll be plenty of videos in the CrackCon playlist for 2016. So you'll be able to click on that. I'll add my videos to the playlist, and you'll be able to see all the rest of them, and you'll definitely be able to see some footage. But Simeon, he's such a talented filmmaker. I'd definitely go see another talk if he was here in Ireland, even, definitely. But he was showing us all these different clips from like wedding videos and stuff that he was making, and one of them looked like an actual like movie production. I had no clue what was going on, and then he kind of paused and stopped it, and he moved on to a different wedding clip where he was just showing us different ways you can add, you can kind of like set the tone of the video with like the different backgrounds. It doesn't have to be fully heavy. Doesn't have to be heavy production. It can be as simple as like a black background and just an interview with someone, which is pretty cool. He even done some with the volunteers who come up from the crowd. He had a couple of people come up, and he was kind of demonstrating different aspects of lighting and stuff, like for taking pictures. And I just thought the whole thing was pretty cool. Like as I said, it's all a learning experience for me, because I'm still at the bottom end of things, Yeah, so I'll just move on. But yeah, Simeon Quarry, he's definitely worth checking out. If you, I'll probably link his Twitter or something down below. You'll be able to see some of his films. The second panel was hosted by the lads from the Shifts comedy group. So they've worked with RTE, Joe.e, brilliant comedy group. They're absolutely hilarious, and fantastic sketch videos. But they gave great advice on like taking criticism and having a thick neck, because you're going to get a lot of trolls online and stuff. So but they went into like planning ideas and stuff and scripting and stuff like that. So actually I managed to get a clip of them sharing some advice from they got some advice from John Cleese about like not being afraid to scrap ideas, like don't get attached to ideas. So I'll put that clip in now.
On stage or whatever, once you let them in and let them see that and you fuck up and you have to build them back up again, they go right back down to zero. And this is like everyone has talked about this. John Cleese has talked about it, fucking Spike Milligan has talked about it, like all these like famous like people, TV stars, radio plays, like, and it's something that we've been so conscious of lately, and I can't stress enough that like give everything you have, because if you slip up, your audience, you'll lose them, and you'll have to be unreal to build them back up again. And we've seen proper comedians do it on stage and stuff like that. Proper people, like, it's just a small snippet of thing. You go, selling something for a cheap laugh. It's exactly what it is. It's the one rule we don't have.
Yeah, that's true. Because we're kind of naturally moving into kind of like content creation, and you mentioned John Cleese, and we actually took our biggest lesson from John Cleese, and it sounds incredible crap, was to not be afraid to kill your babies. Don't be afraid to kill your babies.
I kill babies all the time. Metaphorically.
That was them basically saying, you know, don't be afraid to kill your babies. Which is pretty much good advice, you know, because you can get attached, you can get overly attached to ideas, and it can just bog you down if it's not getting done. So, yeah, and if you want to see more footage from them again, you'll probably find it in the CraicCon playlist. Yeah, the comedy panel was hosted by James Mitchell. I had Clazaire, Sonic Screw, MC Loves to Laugh, Johnny B, Laura Bubble. She's a UK YouTuber, which is, I know some of you watching this will probably already know who she is, because I only found out when I was introduced to her at After Crack, you know, that this is actually her second year. She was here last year. But it's great to see some English YouTubers, you know, making the trip across, because it's at a cost to them as well, you know, and it can be expensive going back and forth with flights and hotels and travel and food and all that stuff. So it was actually really cool to see that, you know, CraicCon isn't that big. It can pull YouTubers from across the waters to come over. And yeah, I managed to get a clip of them. Just before I skip to the next clip of them, when they were talking, when they were giving their different bits of how they do certain videos, like Mary Claire was talking about like being raised on a farm and stuff, and there was the two boys, Rolly, and they were in the front of the crowd, and the looks on their face, like they had no clue what she was saying. She was talking about growing up on a farm and bullocks and all this. They had no clue, and I really wish someone had a camera facing the crowd, because just to get their reaction would have been priceless. But I managed to get a clip of them talking about dealing with negative comments, so I'll put that in here.
On the I think it was Julia's actually said about the possibility of getting these horrible comments or this backlash. You said that. Did I? There's some comedians are definitely the ones who would get like some of the most horrible comments, excuse me. Have some of the most horrible comments. Comedians are terrible. Some of the most horrible comments really do come into a comedy category, because people think, people wake up and think, I'm a horrible person today. They think, no, this person has got a sense of humour and they'll probably find this hilarious. Or, this person is absolutely the opposite and not funny at all, so I'm going to let them know. Yeah, there was a comment, you made me read to you on the street, and it was really horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we're not going to say it here. It does kind of come from the fact that a comedian online is going out of their way to be funny. They are putting themselves out there. What is your coping mechanism for those comments? Because you're online, you said that you haven't had at least one.
Oh, I've had the best one. I said earlier in the beauty comment.
Oh, we'll be doing examples. Yeah, go for it.
If you were a part of the human body, you'd be the appendix because you're useless. I remember I got that when I was 16. I got that when I was 16, and at that point it's very difficult to try. You know, you're 16, I'm very new, my content's terrible, and you know, I just deleted it. And now I try. Sometimes I just respond and reply. Sometimes I just ignore it. But I mean, like sometimes I get it's all you do. Irish mammy, and I'm like, well, yes, I want you. I want to be here, kind of thing. And you just, I don't know, ignoring it, I think is the best thing, because you know, some people aren't going to find you funny, some people are going to find you funny, and that's life.
And the last panel of the day was called Newtubers, and it was hosted by Clazaire, and it was made up by members of the crowd. So basically, everyone was given like a raffle ticket number at the start. So on registration, you were given like a raffle ticket, just throw it in your wallet or whatever, back pocket. And Niall was up on the stage with Claire. They were just pulling out the numbers randomly, and until they made up, I think it was 5 seats, 6 seats, and people just randomly came down. So people, I was hoping to see like a mix of, because I didn't realize that was what it was for until they said everyone still have their raffle tickets. You're going to be raffled onto the stage, basically. But it was great to see Colin of Colin Film get up on the stage for this panel. Like, he makes well edited videos. Like, his vlogs are very funny, and he's actually a hilarious lad anyway. And it's one of my favorite videos to actually watch. And if I was to recommend a video by any of the Irish YouTubers, I'd still recommend the video Colin made with Sean called "Who Said It?" Donald Trump or Hitler. It's a very funny video. I can leave that down link below. But yeah, that panel was madness. Like, it was just crazy because we don't know who any of these people are. Bar Colin, I knew who he was beforehand because I watched his videos, but all the other younger, because there was a lot of younger people that got pulled up onto the stage. Like, and it was interesting to see, or it was interesting to hear from people who were on the same level as I am, you know, and in terms of equipment and even just basic film knowledge with editing and stuff, you know. But there was a couple of them obviously who knew a lot more than I did. Like, it was a fantastic idea for a panel. So whoever had that idea, props to them, because that was brilliant. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But to all the new faces I met, it was an absolute pleasure. Joe from Random Life of Joe, it was good crack to meet you. You know, I was with Joe for most of the day walking around, because a lot of people I knew, like Paul, Ronan, and Will, and they were all actually on the volunteers group. So, and I travelled up by myself, so it was nice to meet someone and actually be able to sit in and have the chats in between while we're waiting for the different panels to kick off. Lena from Ingenious Blue, it was an absolute pleasure to meet the two of you, and best of luck with your channels. And that's pretty much it. What else? I successfully defended my beer pong crown against Paul and Ronan, and it was too easy. It's easy money with G, like. But no, we just had a bit of a mess game, you know. We didn't have tables, we just had the cups on the floor, and we were just kind of sitting down throwing it, you know. So they probably can bring more literally to the table next time we play, but hopefully next time it's not too far, or it's not too it's too long. The visits aren't too long between, you know, the meetups, because traveling from Tipperary is an absolute hassle sometimes. There was a lot of people who really wanted to meet again at this, you know, that I was raging didn't show up. You know, Daniel in Furnick's Plays didn't show up. Jennifer didn't show, and obviously people have these different things going on. They have their own lives, work, whatever. But it was just, you know, when I'd get there, I was like, who am I going to see? You know, because I hadn't really been talking to a lot of people leading up to it. I was just hoping to see everyone on the day. You know, James and Rory, Jamie, all these people I was really hoping to see. But of course now, back to Nina, you know, and hopefully it's not another year before I'm at another event. And I'm definitely going to start putting money away to travel up, because Dublin's such a cool place, you know, and that's where the majority of the people I know live, or they live around, so it's easier for them to be there than it is for them to travel up and down the country. So it's like it's the meeting place for the Irish YouTube community. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, you know, leave some comments, and we can start a conversation below. I'm going to go drink some tea, and an Icon US on Twitter. I shall talk to you during the week. Good luck.